There's some breaking news coming in right here on the network. The stay is to continue till the 26th of March on the release of the 7 convicts of Rajiv Gandhi assassination case. The next hearing has been set for 26th of March. Well, that's the big breaking news that we are getting for you from the Supreme Court. Remember, there was a PIL filed in the Apex Court trying to put a stay on the release of the 7 assassins of Rajiv Gandhi. This after J. Lalita and her Tamil Nadu government had announced that all 7 of them will be released. Following that, there was huge uproar all across the country, and especially from the families of the victims of the other people also who were assassinated during that attack on Rajiv Gandhi. Following that, the victims' families had gone to the Supreme Court asking for a stay on it. So that's the latest that's coming in from the Apex Court. Now the stay will be continuing this till the 26th of March, after which the release or not of the 7 convicts in the Rajiv Gandhi assassination case will be taken up. Sumit Awasthi, in fact, is joining us. Sumit Nakpal, I beg your pardon, is joining us with more details on this. Well, Sumit, just take us through what really happened in the court. Why has the hearing been pushed till the 26th of March?
The Supreme Court is wanting to hold a detailed hearing on this particular issue, and that's why time had been so sought by various parties. And in the meantime, the government as well as the other parties have to file their affidavits as well as written statements and rejoinders. So these documents will be filed in the meantime, and the court has said that we'll be looking on this issue in detail, because they have to in fact really look into the issue whether a state government can offer to release the prisoners if a central act has been imposed in a particular crime case. So that's the legal point which the court is looking into. And on the larger issue of release of these convicts, I can tell you that the central government had also filed a PIL in practically a writ petition. So that maintainability had been challenged by the Tamil Nadu government, saying that how can the central government move to the Supreme Court under Article 32, which is available to the citizens of India for protection of their fundamental rights. So
in fact, Sumit, when is that writ petition also coming up ahead of before the Supreme Court? Is the writ petition coming up first, or is it going to be this PIL, and is one going to have a bearing on the other?
See, all these petitions will be heard simultaneously, because all the petitions are related to the release and other issues related to Rajiv Gandhi killer. So all the petitions will be heard simultaneously. And similarly, the Supreme Court will take a view on this, whether central government can in fact file a writ petition under Article 32, in which citizens of India can move to the court for protection of their fundamental rights.
And also, Sumit, by when do we expect a wording in this case? Because this is something which has stirred the sentiments across India, be it pro or anti this release.
As far as the verdict is concerned, let me tell you that around 3 to 6 months will be in fact taken in this case. After that, all the pleadings of all the parties will be completed, and after that, Supreme Court will in fact reserve the judgment, and probably within an year we can expect a judgment on this issue. But let me tell you that Supreme Court is not concerned only with the Rajiv killer. Supreme Court is going into the larger issue whether the state government can release the prisoners in a case where the conviction has taken place in a central law. In this particular case, I can tell you that Arms Act was there, was there, Explosives Act was there. So all these central laws were invoked in this case. So in such a case, can a state government offer to in fact release the prisoners? So this is something which the court has to decide, but eventually it will take some time. I am expecting that it will take at least 1 year to decide this particular issue.
But Sumit, there is a huge outrage which is there witnessed in Tamil Nadu. There are groups which have been protesting very hard to try and secure the release of these 7 people. So do protests and the nationwide sentiment something which is going to be bearing on the Supreme Court's mind as well?
See, the Supreme Court will only be concerned about the legal issues, and these protest sentiments of people, in fact, will have no bearing till the time Supreme Court is concerned with legal issues. So I don't think so that the Supreme Court will be, in fact, looking into those issues. The court will, in fact, look into only the legal provisions and the interpretation thereof. And let me also tell you that it is, yes, indeed a sensitive issue when it comes to politics in Tamil Nadu, but I can tell you that Supreme Court will only look into the legal provisions and the interpretation thereof and nothing else.
Well, Sumit Nagpal, thank you so much for joining us with your inputs on that story. Keep tracking it. So at least a year, roughly a year is the amount of time which it might take before we get a final conclusive verdict on the release of those 7 assassins. But